Hey,
I'm just imagining of what our Cookie Monster had experienced the other day. That's it. That's the only thing I was even thinking. The life of a TV host.
exactly. But right now, of course, we're not going to bring you some cookies,
No,
okay?
no,
So
we're
we're not going to torture you that way in that sense, of course. And when it comes to the music, maybe next week you can tune in and actually watch who will be here singing for us. But anyways,
yes.
right now it's about glamming things up as well, to decorate your homes and probably have some accessories to actually spice things up, you know, to put your cups on top of it, or probably even your soap. There you go, you have some bathroom soap holder right here. But of course, we brought in an illustrator.
Yep.
To talk about all of this wonderful stuff that's right in front of you right now, as we can get the camera right now to actually see. But never mind. We got in LIMZY, who is literally our Raya Handicraft Gifts expert on the show right now. Welcome to the show, LIMZY.
Hi, LIMZY.
Hello, MEOR. Hello, Brendan.
Okay.
Thanks for
How are you
having me
doing?
here. I'm good. I'm feeling excited.
You're feeling excited?
Yes.
Not as excited as we are. Look at the masterpieces that you have in
Yeah.
front of us right here. We have an array of products, something that you put on the table, on the wall and everything. So
Yes.
this kind of art, this kind of decor, how would you define them? What are these?
Well, when we first started, we used mainly preserved flowers. So these are the flowers that you've seen. They are actually real, and they have undergone quite a tedious process from drying to dyeing the colors, and they could last for a few years.
Wow.
So this is actually kind of like the trend of the floristry industry.
Oh, floristry industry, okay.
But of course, over the years, we have expanded our expertise as well. So from flowers and illustrations, my company and I, we have expanded to a lot of other medias like what you have seen here, which is the resin and pressed flowers and some of the eco materials and even aromatherapy. So we've been, we've been all out.
Nice, nice.
But before you go on, before Brandon continues with his set of questions, again, real flowers.
Yes.
These are real, not plastic, not
Yes.
deco-ish. These are real.
Yes. So all this are
Okay.
preserved flowers, and even the pressed flowers, they are all real and they are pressed. So we only use real flowers to, it's more authentic, and you really feel the, even though it's not fresh, but you feel that, you know, there is a part of nature that is surrounding around your space, but still it's very eco-friendly because the wastage is somewhat lesser compared to like real flowers, because you really have to take care of fresh flowers every day, and probably after a week or two they will just wilt. But then for this one, you can just tahan all the way, probably even half a year, 1 year, even after Raya.
Taking preservation to a whole new level.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
Now talk to us about this wonderful artwork that you have right here. How did it all start when it comes to you?
Yeah.
Talk to us about your journey now before we
Okay.
actually put one together.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I've actually been on this career for 10 years. So today, this year is actually my 10th year on Instagram as well. And I was just painting like the usual kind of art, like acrylic painting and oil painting, and I was in Singapore, but I wasn't feeling very inspired because I was just doing a 9-to-5 job.
Okay.
But then that was the time when Instagram started, it's not booming yet, but everyone's just trying out.
Trying out
So I
Instagram,
kind of figure out that, you know, it's sort of like a gallery of my own. I do not need to rely on like the external galleries. I'll just put up my artworks there. Yeah, so I basically started to display and take pictures of my artworks. And for the flowers, it was actually inspired by my grandmother because she loved flowers a lot. And I thought that, you know, nobody hates flowers. Everyone just loves flower, and it always gives you a very good feeling looking at it, or even just living up the space. So I took some of her roses in my grandmother's garden, and I made a dress out of it. And at that point of time, I thought that it looked like a puffy dress, like a princess wearing the dress. So I make a bookmark. It looked something like this. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, and she really loved it. So I figured out that there is this connection with human and nature, and I decided to incorporate all this everyday materials, especially flowers, into my artworks, and that's where the
That
the
went
journey
super
began.
deep.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
went
yeah.
super deep. No. To hear you explaining that, the enthusiasm behind it, the true meaning behind it, hence why you are able to actually produce this magnificent products that we have in front of us. And the one that you're actually doing right now for us right now, if the camera can actually showcase here, this is a Selamat Hari Raya acrylic stand.
Yes, so basically this is a very modern and minimalistic acrylic display where I'm gonna teach you both how to paste this delicate pressed flowers on it.
Yay.
And Brandon is all about delicate, so I think Brandon would love to try this out. Brandon,
Can,
yeah,
let's go.
lovely.
Okay, sure.
Right.
Please, Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon
There
is
you
the
go.
most delicate of all of us. So, yeah.
Okay.
There you
He
go,
can do
the real
this.
flowers?
Yeah, so all
Not
this...
fake one, huh?
Yeah, no,
Like
no.
MEOR? Okay.
They are very delicate and fragile, so I
Okay.
would suggest
Oh,
you to
fragile.
use this tweezers.
Tweezers.
Yeah, to hold it. Yeah.
Don't twist your eyebrow. No, I got nothing to twist. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, this part I have already arranged it for you beforehand. But here, I would need you to arrange it yourself. Yeah. But it's okay. I have a lot
okay.
of like, it's somewhat prearranged.
Somewhat like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
let me
So
try.
basically, you could just
Use the
move
tweezer,
all.
bro.
Wait.
For the bigger ones, you
Alright.
could. Yes, you could just use your
Okay.
fingers.
Okay.
While Brandon is actually doing that, let's have a chat, LIMZY, because
Yeah,
like
of
we,
course.
apart
Yeah, you could arrange
from
it.
your inspiration, again, you just told us the great history about this. So, and this is obviously not specific to Raya Deco. This could be literally anything. And as what we can see on your right-hand side there, it's actually in frames that you built this, and it can be hung as a nice wall masterpiece, isn't it?
Yes. So these are some of the earlier artworks that I've made over the years, and you can tell that this was already 5 years ago.
Okay.
But the flowers are still in very good condition.
All right.
Yeah. And
How is the flower? How are the flowers preserved anyway? How do you get that?
okay, so we usually got them from China and Japan. They are kind of like the predecessor of this technology
Okay.
for floristry. And so first of all, they will pluck the flowers from the garden.
From the garden,
Of course,
okay.
from the garden. And then they will, some of the flower types, for example, the roses, they will have to pluck out each and every petal to dry it with like silica gel, yeah, the
Okay.
drying agent. And after once it is dried, they will dye the petals. They will
Alright.
dye it with coloring.
Coloring,
Yes,
okay.
and of course, after that, they will have to reassemble the petals one by one, and then you will get this rose that you have it today. So of
Wow.
course, it is slightly more expensive than fresh flowers, but come to think of it, they really could, you know,
Yeah, they will last
that
longer
long.
anyway.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Okay, LIMZY, there
Alright,
you go.
So, all right.
Look at this.
Within that 1 minute that we gave LIMZY
And
to
this is
speak,
what I
you know,
got.
yeah,
Okay,
okay.
not bad, not
Not
bad.
bad, not bad.
Are you sure?
Not bad.
Yes.
No, this
I
I'm
think she
gonna
was just
help you
being
a little bit more.
literally horrible, man. Look at that. Yeah, this is mine, by the way. This is
Okay,
mine, as you
alright.
can see right
So
here.
what's next,
And this is
LIMZY? What's
LIMZY's.
next?
Okay,
Yeah.
probably I'll just help you
Since
spice
she
up
wants
a
to
little
correct
bit.
you.
Correct.
No, I'm
That's
not.
just what they always say. No, it's mine, it's mine. But
Let me just help a bit.
You know, women being women is like that. You know, we always want to be that fancy, that little extra
okay.
bit of
Correct,
effort.
correct.
Okay.
So after you put everything all out, laid it out, so what's
Yeah.
next?
So we have this glue. This is just normal school white glue or
Okay.
clear glue. So basically what you need is you just flip the pressed flower again
Okay.
and then just put,
Apply.
yeah, just apply it a little bit here and there. Just dab it because you don't really need a lot. They're very delicate. Or even if you know the position where you want to paste it,
Okay.
you can just paste it,
yeah,
dip
just
the
mark
glue,
it there and then just put it
yes,
on top of
directly.
Using the tweezers.
Yeah, and then just press it back again. Yeah, you basically don't need to hold that much. Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Brendan, continue.
So that's what you do, lah. Okay, why don't you do it, dude?
I could do it, no worries.
Talking so much, why don't you do it?
Can. Even though these hands are big, I don't mind. Okay, so it's just about, it's like, you know, playing with your sticker book lah before.
Oh, yeah lah.
Just sticking it on there.
Yeah, I think your wife and children will be impressed if you finish this.
Okay. Let me just give it a try. So
Okay,
I
sure,
give you a
of
chance to talk to LIMZY now while
Yeah,
I'm doing
go ahead, go
this
ahead.
masterpiece.
So there you go. Now
Continue.
Alright,
that is
thank you.
basically our acrylic decoration, right? But let's talk about your resin arts,
Yes.
right? Resin actually takes a longer time for it to actually settle in.
Yes, oh, you actually know that.
Yeah, exactly. It takes a whole day, to be honest, right?
yes,
because
and even
actually, I had the privilege to actually put one together, and of course, it took me like about 1.5 days to actually dry it out. Because I put it at home, room temperature, right?
Yes.
So when it comes to this, how long does it take you to come up with these?
This one probably takes about 2 days.
Oh man.
Yes. Yeah, so the first layer, which is the base of this round tray,
Right.
it takes at least 6 hours to dry up.
Oh my
but we
God.
will usually put it like, in the studio, we'll put it at least for 24 hours.
And do you have
Because
like anything to dry it up or just leave it there?
we just leave it there and make sure that your area is well ventilated, there is no dust going on, just like that.
Right.
Yeah, or even better, we would usually cover it with a box to avoid all the dust from going in.
Okay.
Yes, and then the next day, we will check whether the tray, the resin is in good condition, and then we will lay the flowers on top, and then we will use another type of resin, which is the UV resin,
Right.
to cover it up.
To cover it up?
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically, it takes about 2 days to finish this whole thing. But of course, resin, there is a lot of R&D as well, because back then we had a lot of errors, like there are holes or bubbles inside, the colors are not accurate, the clients do not like it, so there are always a lot of back and forths coming in. So
Right.
2 days is just like a layman term
Right.
to it.
I have a question. Can anybody do this? I mean, like, anyone who wants to start this off as a hobby, first of all, is it as simple to start, accessible enough, the equipment, the ingredients, the flowers? Is it something that someone can easily start off with?
Yes, it's very accessible nowadays. You can just watch YouTube tutorial, even go up to my Instagram. I basically teach everyone how to do it. And if you have the will, which I trust, you get the materials and then you can just start somewhere, because you can just do it at home. You don't need that many materials, and flowers are accessible everywhere. Yes, so you can just start.
Yeah, you
as
can
long
start.
as you have the passion and the
Yeah.
determination to really delve into this expertise.
Yeah, this is for people who really are into these kind of arts and crafts. And for somebody who doesn't have that much of a patience, would be a bit of a challenge for them, I guess. So yeah, we understand that. No, you did this actually. You did something like this, right?
And you also, right?
No, yeah, I'm doing it right now actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is actually quite awesome, and it's not. And to be honest, it doesn't really take that much of a learning curve to it, as long as you are quite determined. But again, this is the simple stuff. What you have here, again, on this block of wood, and then you have the soap holder as well.
Yeah.
Again, the possibilities are endless when it comes to
Yes.
creativity. You can make anything.
Yes, yeah. And I believe that when you start diving into it, the more you do it, the better you will be. Because
course, yeah.
once you're trying this out, then you have another idea and you decided to try another again. So
Right.
you always have this idea of experiment to just keep on going, and you
Correct.
become better and better.
Correct. So, what are the challenges you face when it comes to doing this? When your clients, obviously, they come up with maybe probably even difficult requests, but for your sake, and like for your challenges that you face from time to time, putting this together, what would it be? And how, if other people out there, they would want to actually try this out, how can they actually overcome it? Let's say if they face the same challenges as you did.
Okay, I would say that it's always nice to start like a little hobby. You don't have the stress. You just do it like for the weekends activity. But if you are serious, like when I first started, you would like to upscale your hobby into like a career. That would be the most challenging part, is that you always try to balance between the commercial part and also the artistic part. So that is the hardest thing. Like even if I try to put in a lot of materials, but that will increase the cost.
Yeah.
But of course, you will have to persuade the client whether, like the customer, is the cost worth this artistic level of it? So I'm always trying to figure out the balance of it. And eventually we found the tier. So I would say that is one of the most challenging part throughout the journey.
As we can see on the screen right now, how a certain type of art is created from the get-go, from a piece of paper. You draw it out first, you paint it out to the,
this
to
is
the
the
picture.
Raya-
This is a
Raya illustration.
Nasi lemak. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
ketupat, lemak. That wasn't nasi lemak. Why they have to show food lah at this hour? Okay. No. But like for creation of this again, like obviously it gets a bit more expensive. It's more intricate. It's much a larger set of art. But I believe that this kind of value, it's all subjective, isn't it?
Yes, of
when
course.
it comes to art.
Yes. And you don't really need to spend a bomb or splurge when you started.
Right.
You basically just probably need like a little bit of your favorite colors to liven up your space during Raya, and you just limit yourself to that certain color tone. You don't need to just buy all the colors. Like no, it's that is what we are doing in the studio because we have to cater to other colors. But for personal one, I would suggest you could just stick to 1 or 2 colors. That would be the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do you think that this would evolve into, and when it comes to art in the future, like when it comes to this, and then it moved on to resins and all that. If there's something new that you like to try, what would it be, LIMZY?
Something new that I would like to try. I haven't been doing like bigger sculptural artworks for quite some time, ever since the lockdown.
Okay.
So I would wish and hope that personally I could experiment something that is larger. Yeah. But for now, I'm really happy with how our team is going forward because we've been doing a lot of other celebrations, not only Raya, our peak season is also like Christmas and Chinese New Year. So basically these materials, the flowers and resin, everything, it is very, it's not seasonal, it could just last very long. And as long as you have the idea and the art sense, right, we could always transition this materials to other seasons.
It's like a plug and play thing, right?
Yes.
Well, this would be good for a birthday present as well. Should you want to give something to your loved ones? If you know the characteristic,
yes.
as what we just saw on the screen just now, you can actually put denim on it as well. Just
Customize,
customizable.
put the person's name there.
And recently, weddings are back, so a lot of our customers order things like the wax sachet, the little trays, and even hand sanitizer, which is something that is more functional instead of just like a sort of like a display.
I wanna ask you, what's this?
It's a resin art lah.
No. What is it used for right now?
To put it on your head.
Coaster, brother, coaster.
Duh.
This is a
Captain
coaster.
Obvious.
Yeah, it could be a coaster,
It could be a coaster, it could be something else.
jewelry holder, or just trinket trays.
Yeah, so
No, it's-
wonderful stuff right here. And of course, what about these? This is not resin art, right? Or is
This
it?
is resin as well.
And how do you actually put the resin in it, right? Because usually when I put that one together, it was just like a container. And then you put your decorations on it, all your leaves, gold leaves and all that. And then you put your names and initials. And then you pour the resin over. Like for this one, how did you put this together?
So this is also epoxy resin, and we have this specific mold with this irregular shape, and we're gonna just pour the resin and mix it with this color dye as well, this ink. Yeah, and also we have this gold leaf detail here. So basically everything is like how would I say that, like similar pattern.
Right.
Yeah, it's the same theory that goes with the flowers. So you basically just pour in what you want. That's why resin is also very versatile.
Lovely.
Totally love it.
Totally.
And when it, how do I say it? Okay, when I put that resin art together, right, I separated the colors, orange, and then you have the silver. And then I drove, obviously everything got mashed up and all that.
Yeah.
It became an art itself.
Yeah. Hence why art is very subjective, however it is that you look at it. Speaking of which, we're almost running out of time, but we want to give you a chance to share with our audiences, where can they find you, LIMZY? On all your socials. Yeah, where?
Yeah, okay. Anyway, this is done
this
as
one is
well.
done already? Yeah.
I'm gonna just,
Not bad, Brandon?
yeah. How is it, guys?
Yeah, Arta's better lah. The one also better lah. So yeah, share with us our socials,
Okay,
LIMZY.
sure. So you can find me on my personal account, LoveLimzy Instagram, and also our company's account, lovelimzy.co, and also our website, www.lovelimzy.co.
It's all
Thank you
about
so much.
loving.
It's all about
LIMZY.
loving it. Yes, exactly. So is it too late to order for Raya though?
We still have 1 week. We have like some of the, a bit of like leftover products if you really want, so we can rush it for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, but
okay.
I'm
So ring us
taking
up.
this back anyway. Yeah, this is mine already.
Yeah.
Thank
this is good
you
enough.
so much, LIMZY, for coming down. Really good luck in your future endeavors. And again,
guys.
hopefully you're able to not just do this, but also expand to, again, other kind of arts that you have just mentioned that you've been meaning to do. But definitely.
If you ever do epoxy resin wall art, call me, okay?
Okay.
I'll do it
There you
with you.
go. We got a volunteer already. Standing
I'll
volunteer.
think about it. That will cost a bomb.
Right? Or you're going to pour
It's
the
gonna
whole
be
thing
nice.
there, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be nice. Thank
Exactly.
you so much once again, LIMZY, for joining us right
Thanks
here
so
on
much,
Press
Thank you so
Room.
much.
That's